Thomas Mace-Archer-Mills, the founder and director of the British Monarchist Society. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me today.
A delight. How good was it? How heartening was it to see the Queen there?
This event, nothing could have kept her from it. Everyone was wondering whether she was going to be strong enough. She is looking very frail, but they said maybe her health. And I knew deep down, I said, nothing is going to deter Her Majesty, after all of these years of being married to her companion, from going to this memorial. The public wants to see her. Her family wants to be around her, to comfort her. And what we missed last year at that funeral is what we saw today, a family comforting the woman who has lost her husband. Every family deserves that, and she was denied that last year.
And why, nearly a year on, was it important still that this happened today?
It was so important that everyone had the ability to say goodbye. The nation was not with Her Majesty last year. Everyone was kept away. Today was very different. We saw people lining the streets outside of Westminster Abbey. We saw crowned heads of Europe attending today. We saw cousins and relations from overseas come to pay their last respects. And anything big in the history of this country over the last 70 years has always seen Her Majesty somewhere with her people. And that didn't happen last year. So for it to happen today, this year, was so important to show that there's solidarity with the people and their sovereign. That's what we saw today.
And much like the funeral, which I thought was a tremendous send-off to Prince Philip, a wonderful, wonderful occasion, if indeed you can describe a funeral as such. What would he have thought of today?
He would have just really, as he planned his own funeral, I don't think he would have thought anything more could have been done for another proper memorial, another send-off, if you will. It included all of the people that should have been there at Windsor Castle last year. And if there was anything missing from last year, it's the people we saw lining the doorway into Westminster Abbey. It was missing his family from overseas. It was missing other people who should have been there last year. So this was the complete and final send-off to this man who's done so much, not only for this country, but for the Commonwealth of Nations and the realms, of which, of course, everyone loved him. So today was very special to have this send-off, but more importantly, to see Her Majesty really making an effort to put the House of Windsor back together, to put it in order. And to watch the reassurance from the Prince of Wales, to see Prince Andrew escort her in, that's not something little, considering what has happened the last year. But this was Her Majesty's way of saying, we are saying goodbye to your father, your grandfather, your uncle, my husband. We are saying goodbye to a man who we owe a lot of gratitude and a good bit of debt to. So we're going to use this event to show that the House of Windsor is strong, we're united, and we're still here. We're one family.
Thank you,
and that's very important.
Oh, it is. Thomas, thank you.